You never really know the impact of your actions. What these books and this library means to kids at the Amandla Primary School is something beyond my or your understanding. These were the words of CII sage and presenter Ibrahim Gangat while viewing the pictures of the opening of the 22nd Mandela Day Container Library at the school located near Amandla in Witbank in rural Mpumalanga. Following on the launching of the CII Educating the Future campaign, a local coal processing company, Lyceth Investments, climbed on board and wanted to have a container library installed at Amandla Primary. The school is one out of 16 rural schools that the company assists. In the last 3 years, they have invested 3 million rands to upgrade educational facilities at the schools.
Right, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Yaqub. Your company has been instrumental, in fact, the sole sponsor to the 22nd library that has been put in. It's a container library. Why do you think this was important for a company like yours?
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Well, I think as we started at the school about 3 years ago, the teacher had, or the principal had requested for assistance, and when we got to the school, there was virtually nothing here except 2 rooms which they called a school. And in the last 3 years, we've provided the school with the facilities that you see here today. And when we saw your CII program with regards to the library, the first thought that came to us was with regards to the school. It's a farm school. You can see the surrounding areas here, very, very remote and rural area. And we thought that the ideal would be to place a library at the school and enhance. It's a little primary school, grade 1 to grade 6, with only 4 staff members. Pupil population of just over 102 learners without a library. And so we thought that this would be the ideal location for one of your project libraries.
Now, I mean, you could have invested in anything in the country. You could invest in technology, you could invest in the environment, but you chose to invest in education in South Africa. Any particular reason?
Well, it's been the company's forefront that we talk a lot about crime and various challenges in the community. And our directors and together with our management team, we believe that educating the children for the future is where all the solutions lie. And you can see the state of these schools, how in terms of infrastructure, how little they have. And I think we should all be investing in education, especially in these communities. There's a famous saying that we have up on our boards. I can't recall exactly what it says now, but something to the effect that education is the custodian of poverty. That's what it says. Education is the custodian of poverty. We put this up on our just a little humble signboards that we put up just to remind people that poverty, crime, all of these things I think are directly linked to the lack of education in our community. So the lack of skills, lack of jobs because of unskilled people, uneducated people, poorly educated, and I think that's where.
In a country where the average mathematics mark is just 13% and thousands of institutions struggle to get their hands on basic learning materials like textbooks, the contribution by companies like Lyceth Investments provides an important lifeline to passengers aboard a sometime sinking ship. Lyceth Investments is our father. Whatever we have ever needed, all we had to do was write a list and give it to them, and they would get it for us, said Mrs. Sweetie Masuku, the school principal since its inception in 1996. We started out with 30 learners and 2 classrooms. There were no toilets, no water and no electricity. The power was only connected to this school 3 weeks ago. There was a bush across the road, when children wanted to use the toilet, I would help them cross over and then wait for them to return. The school now boasts a roll of 96 learners, 3 classrooms, a toilet, an office block and a brand new container library. For the Lyceth team, their role in the upliftment of rural education will continue. This is a great school, said Managing Director Yaqub Mansoor. Whenever you come here, the learners are in the classroom and it's always clean. We will continue to support Amandla Primary. From Bradla in Africa, who convert containers into usable structures like the library, spoke about how she was happy to see the involvement of the surrounding community in the school activities. Mr. Frank Meintjes from the Nelson Mandela Center for Memory was also happy to see the work done by the school governing board. He stated that the library project is set up to help those that are already helping themselves. This is in line with the ethos of Mandela Day, encouraging people to do good. The container project falls under the auspices of the Nelson Mandela Day program and has thus far seen 22 libraries being installed across the country. This is a small speck of hope upon a tattered canvas, as 16,000 public schools in the country do not have a functional library. The project does not aim to solve the reading and literacy problem, but it will certainly give thousands of young learners passing through the rural streets of informal settlements around Amandla Primary the opportunity to readily get hold of one of the most basic elements in the foundation of learning, that is, books. Mansoor summed up the vision in his address to the mothers and learners who had specially come for the opening of the library on Thursday. Our aim is to bring mining engineers, geologists and underground specialists out of Amandla. Azharwadi, CII News.